the passion is alive. Previews and reviews, keeping you in the vibe. Player ratings coming in like a tidal wave. Leeds TV, it's your football fave. Every match day we got the insight you crave. Diving into details like a deep sea wave. From kickoff to the whistle, we got you in the know. Leeds TV, your football hero. We scream, we cheer, together we rise. Football's our language.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Leeds TV. Hope everybody's doing well. Right, I thought I'd do a video. I know it's about West Ham, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, bloody hell, West Ham again." But let me hear me out before you get on at me, right? West Ham might have a problem. What implicates, team, the promoted teams, Leeds, Burnley, and whoever wins the playoff final, right? And this is the problem. What I think West Ham as a club's gonna have. I'm just going to share screens and then I'll read through it, right? So, this Banzuzi wanted he were up for a move. He were up for going to West Ham United in January. But Karen Brady, it would a take it or leave it offer. It would have one offer, and obviously, the club where Banzuni decided not to take the offer. But this is what Banzuni said. He said it is a good thing that it did not happen. Banzuni is on missing out on a move to West Ham, and he ended up at Red Bull Leipzig. So this is why this is his words, right? These are his words. So he did an interview with De Volts all over a midfielder. Banzuzi has revealed that he did not. He did want to leave in January, so he did want to go to join Premier League side West Ham. However, the player remained in Belgium and has now agreed a summer move to the Bundesliga and Red Bull Leipzig instead of a move to West Ham. Banzuzi says, "I wanted to leave. That was on my mind. But in retrospect, it is a good thing that it did not happen. West Ham are not doing so well. It is not the type of football I want to play." So, then he goes on. He says, "Playing for a more attacking team is what convinced Banzuzi to join the Bundesliga side. The player who idolises both Yaya Toure and Paul Pogba is looking forward to playing with a team that wants to go forward. Banzuzi has been a standout performer at AO Lovren this season. The 20-year-old has scored 3 goals and got 5 assists for the side this season." During the interview, he also revealed how he is targeting a World Cup appearance with the Dutch national team. Joining Red Bull Leipzig will certainly give him a greater chance of being called up for the first team, having made numerous of appearances for the youth side. So that's the article, right? Now, the reason why I don't just think it'll be him who'll refuse to go to West Ham. Now, West Ham are going to be in a major rebuild this summer. Now, they're currently 17th in the Premier League. And the problem West Ham have got is currently 17th in the Premier League with Bowen, Kudus and Paqueta. Next season, they're going to be losing Paqueta and Kudus. So then they're going to be using that money to rebuild their team, and they're not going to be able to bring in the quality of Kudus and Paqueta, because that money they received for them 2 players is going to have to be stretched out for the rest of the rebuild. And West, I say this about all clubs, it's easier said than done when we say, "Oh, get rid of this player, get rid of that player, get rid of other." If West Ham are currently sitting in 17th in the table, not many other clubs are going to be coming in for players like Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse, Danny Ings and stuff like that. I know a lot of them are out of contracts and stuff, and that's pretty straightforward to get rid of them sort of players. But the ones who are still have a contract, if they aren't going to, them players aren't going to take a pay cut. They won't be willing to take a pay cut. So going to Europe, you've got to find a club for them in Europe what's going to pay the same wages, plus give it buy them for what West Ham value them at. And we all know what David Sullivan's like, because he's another Levy. You know what I mean? He's got his head in clouds. He thinks he can get these great deals done and stuff. And West Ham have been notoriously bad for selling players, buying high and selling them for next to nothing. And I think what they're going to have to do, if they seriously want to get rid of some of these players off the wage structure, they're going to have to sell them at whatever someone's willing to buy them at. But is David Sullivan going to do that? I'm not so sure. So this is what, that's going to have implications on Leeds, Burnley, and the team who qualifies for playoff, because they'll be looking at that table come end of season, see West Ham where they are, and think that's the team next season we've got to get above to stand any sort of chance of staying in division, staying in Premier League. Now West Ham have got they've got 2 games what are winnable. They've got Tottenham. The reason why I'm saying Tottenham's winnable, Tottenham will be playing some of their youth players today against West Ham, because they've got the Bodo Glint game coming up next Thursday. It's they've only got a 2-goal cushion in that game, so I do think Big Angel will make squad rotations. So I think West Ham have got a decent chance of getting a result against Tottenham. And then the same applies for the Man United game, because Man United should get through to final now, being 3-0 up against Athletic Bilbao. And they've got them to play at Old Trafford, so they'll play a weakened side as well. So they've got a couple of games West Ham could win. But if West Ham don't win these games against teams who are going to have big squad rotations, West Ham are in more trouble than what I think they are. And West Ham have to get the recruitment right. I don't think there's many West Ham fans out there who were too confident in them doing that, because it's going to be David Sullivan who's going to be doing the deals with along with Karen Brady. So I do think that West Ham could be one of the teams who get relegated next season if they don't get the transfer strategy right, and that'll give one of the 3 teams who have come up a great chance to stay in league. So that's why I think that, it implicates what Leeds United, Burnley, and whoever comes up in playoffs. So yeah, let us know what you think, guys. Should we be looking at West Ham as a team to finish above, to all but guarantee you safety in the Premier League next season? Because we only need, Leeds, West Ham, Leeds and Burnley, and whoever wins playoff only need to drag one of the original, the ones who survived this season into it, because it's a great opportunity this season, because for next season, because this season the 3 teams what have come up are the 3 teams what are going back down. So hopefully next season that might change a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching Leeds Statham TV. Until next time, guys, it's a goodbye from me, guys. Take care, look after yourselves. Speak to you all soon. Bye bye.